Welcome to the Turkey Hunter Podcast, the original all-turkey, all-the-time podcast with your co-hosts Andy Galliano and Cameron Weddington.
In our weekly podcast, we're going to bring you some wild turkey calling tips like this.
From there, we're going to go into, she's aggravated, there's another hen that's challenged her, or she's challenging another hen, she's going to cut an excited yelp.
Advice from old pro turkey hunters like this.
The turkeys typically don't like, I think, more times than not, to travel in an easterly direction into the sun first thing in the morning, especially after he gets up. It's a blinding thing. It's just like you. It's hard for you to see into the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have a choice, I'm going to try to make it so that I'm going to be on the west side in the morning, east side in the afternoon of a turkey.
Exciting live hunts like this.
Holy crap, they're coming. Holy cow. Oh, God.
Then we're going to teach you how to cook your bird with advice such as this.
With some fresh rosemary and garlic, and then cool that off and spread that along the inside of that butterflied turkey breast that we've seasoned on both sides.
Wildlife management tips for your property, especially with turkeys like this.
If you look at the type of habitats that turkeys need for nesting and brooding, that tends to be habitat that can be managed more successfully with growing season fire than with dormant season fire.
And hopefully along the way, we'll get plenty of these.
Well, on November the 28th of 1953, I was attached. When I popped out of my mom and the baby doctor spanked me on the bottom, I went, oh! And I've been doing it ever since.
I like that.
Thank you for tuning in. And now, for this week's show. Hello and welcome back to this week's episode of the Turkey Hunter Podcast. You are listening to episode number 536, a single year Super Slam with Hank Brookside. And I am your co-host and the guy who has just done so much since the last episode. So I could say has killed his first turkey in Alabama, has missed his first turkey in Alabama, has called in and not gotten an opportunity to shoot a turkey in Alabama, and just lots and lots of stuff since last time.
Man, heck yeah, well that's a pretty darn good week if you ask me.
Yeah, not too bad. A week.
A lot of action.
Yeah, three birds called in, two of them 2 times each called in, and
yeah,
you know, I will say this just as a little reminder, and I almost hate to throw it out there, just because you spook a bird does not mean your hunt is over, and we'll leave it at that.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I just killed my second turkey, and that turkey was spooked, like got flown off by 2 guys on Friday. He was so spooked, and then Monday I killed him. Same exact spot. He just went the other way instead of going where he got spooked, and I ended up killing him. And those 2 guys were coming back in there, so I hope they're hunting him hard, hunt him every day.
Yeah. Maybe they'll get him
on
eventually.
That turkey. He's gone quiet. He's just not gobbling now.
He's gone real quiet. Must be henned up.
Yeah.
Or you know what? He's probably gobbled out, Cameron.
Yeah, he's gobbled out. That one is gobbled out. I'll tell you what, that one is. He ain't gonna gobble anymore.
Well, you know, it's been so warm. He's gobbled out for sure.
Yeah, I almost went up there to, tell him after I killed him because I saw him coming in there, and I thought, why would I do that? I hope they hunt him for a lot of days.
Yeah.
Keep them. I know where they'll be for the next couple of days, so I'll go somewhere else.
Yes, sir.
Man, well, awesome. Seasons are kicking off all over the place. feels like every weekend or weekday now is a new season coming in. So everybody's getting in on the action, and
Yep.
we are full go for turkey season. So get out there and enjoy, because it will be over so fast.
Be over in the blink of an eye, unfortunately.
Always is. It's hard to believe it's already April. So
I know it.
hope
That's
everybody's
crazy.
having a good season. For those up north, get out, do some scouting, get your birds ready for May, and we're going.
Yep. Like it or not, coming and going.
It is.
Yeah.
We got a heck of a show today. I mean,
Yeah.
I still can't believe this guy accomplished this, to be honest. I mean, we joked about it happening, and here it is.
Well, when we get these recommendations for guests, and you and I have talked about this a little bit on the show, we've talked about it more when we're not recording, but when we get these recommendations like this from listeners of, hey, you got to have this guy on the show, you never really know what you're going to get. And
Yeah.
Sometimes they're just outstanding interviews and outstanding content. And sometimes you're like, neat story, neat person, but it's just kind of like, doesn't really get you going. But this one, I got to say, it's the former, not the latter. This one is really kind of mind blowing. And it's, I don't know. How would you describe it? I'm trying to think of a word or two to.
Just
to describe
unbelievable that somebody did this. And we kind of talked about it happening. And got a young guy. To be able to accomplish it at his age, what an unbelievable accomplishment.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and say some of the stories can get kind of unconventional, but if it's legal, who are we to talk down or think differently of somebody?
I don't disagree.
You got it done. If that isn't the goal, then what is?
Yeah. So we'll give you just a little bit background on this. So young guy, again, we were pointed to him by a listener who made the recommendation to get him on the show, said that this guy had completed a U.S. Super Slam in 12 months. And I thought, yeah, that's pretty crazy if you think about it. If you just think about it in that light, 12 months, 49 states, that's 4 states a month. That's almost a different state a week throughout the year. Well, we all know you can't. Well, you can. It's harder to do, but you're not hunting turkeys in July and August typically. So, we had in our minds of how that goal could actually be laid out and accomplished. But then we get this guy on the phone and start doing the interview and just listening to him. And it's like, well, holy cow, I guess, it makes total sense when you are talking about it and listening. And so anyway, what do you think? You want to jump into this thing and go with it? All right.
Yeah, y'all enjoy. This is crazy accomplishment. Enjoy.
All right. See you guys on the other side. Hey, everybody. Cameron and I are glad to tell you we have on the phone with us today Hank Brookside. And Hank is from the great state of Alabama. Roll Tide. And
War Eagle. I'll let them fool you now.
Come on now. All right. We enjoyed the interview, Hank. It was good talking to you today.
Time to hang up now.
Shortest interview ever. I got a dang Auburn guy and a Tennessee guy on the phone with me, and I just can't think of a worse way to spend my afternoon.
At least I don't want to talk about it, so you don't have to hear it from me.
Well, that's true. That's true. Goodness. I will say I did start it, so I got what was coming to me, so I can handle it. All right. So for all you guys listening, Hank is from South Alabama, and Cameron and I wanted to get Hank on the show today just to tell us a little bit about his adventure. So we were actually turned on to him about, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, I guess, from a listener who said, hey, you got to get this guy on. You don't know it yet, but he is the only person to have completed a U.S. Super Slam in less than 12 months. And he is the youngest person to have completed a U.S. Super Slam. And so I told Cameron, I'm like, see if we can get this guy's contact information, get him on and pick his brain, because I got questions about how doable this is. And so I know it's not easy. Having been there, done that, it's not easy to do it, period, over a course of years. But doing it over 12 months or less than 12 months, I guess, actually, is quite the accomplishment. Yeah, it really is.
It's something we've like joked about. Like, oh, I bet somebody will do this one day. And Hank just took it and said, I'll do it.
Yeah. So we're going to dig into this in a little bit, but I want to, we haven't done this, I think, with the last two interviews that we've done, Cameron, but I want to just jump in and, so I'm sorry. We'll get to rapid fire Q&A. Hank, I'm sorry. I introed you and I didn't ask how you're doing and where you are. So what's going on in Hank's world today?
Oh, nothing too much. Got up early this morning because I like to take the spring semesters off of school. I'm actually a student here at Troy, so I like to take the mornings off, and because I don't go to school during the spring, so I just get up every morning during spring season until I tag out, and I killed my final gobbler here this morning. On a little public land out here towards the Auburn area, actually. I got up real early and drove out there and scratched one up, killed it, and now I just been hanging out the rest of the day. I got some buddies over at Auburn I've been hanging out with, and, I'm headed over to Georgia because they start in 2 days, so I'm going to try to get one over there and just keep rolling on through the year. So it's been a fun couple of days since this early Alabama season's been rolling, but my day's been good today. I appreciate you asking.
Good deal. Well, congratulations on your
way to start the day. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm finished here in Alabama now, so I got, home state tagged out. I got to keep moving on through the states this year, so keep it rolling.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the MO these days. So, well, good luck in Georgia. Glad you got your Alabama bird.
Yeah. What are you going to do with the day off?
I don't know. I guess maybe sleep in till 6 o'clock because, now I'm up at 4 every morning, so 6 is, sleeping in now. So it'll be good.
Yeah.
An extra 2 hours.
So,
man.
Hey, well, after a 12-month Super Slam, I guess you deserve a couple hours of sleep.
A couple of extra hours.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. That's right.
That's awesome. So here's what I wanted to do. And before I guess I should say when I was rude and was just skipping ahead because I'm kind of excited about digging into this with you. But we do a segment on the show called a rapid fire Q&A. And what I was saying earlier is Cameron and I haven't done this with our last couple of guests, but we like to do it especially with first timers who come on the show. And it's basically just 30 questions about turkeys and turkey hunting. We ask you to answer them as quickly as you can, and I'll run through them as quickly as I can. The goal is to, number one, for us to learn a little bit about you, but number two, seems like you're a pretty competitive kind of guy, but the goal for you will be to roll through these questions and answer them faster than the fastest time we have on record, which is a smoking fast 2 minutes and 13.96 seconds. So you think you're number one up for doing this, and number two?
I've got more done in less time. I can make that happen.
Man, all right.
Let's go.
I like your confidence. I'll read the questions real slow so we mess you up. How about that?
There you go.
All right, that sounds good. Does it factor out that if the reader error?
Well, no, you're an Auburn fan, so you don't get any slack.
Look, the 1 second matters, okay?
We will. Oh, come on now. All right, that's a 10-second penalty right there. All right, I'm pulling up the timer here, so just killing a little time. All right. Okay,
well,
so
I just want to say thank you guys for having me on. I do appreciate it, and it's been an honor to get to talk with y'all. So I thank y'all for having me.
Man, yeah,
pleasure to be here. So
yeah, looking forward to it for sure. All right.
Yes, sir.
So I'll start the timer on the first question, and again, the goal is to roll through these just as quickly as you can. Wild turkey, grilled, baked, or fried?
Grilled.
Wild turkey on the rocks, neat with cola or with water?
With cola.
Number of grand slams? 1. Have you ever killed a bearded hen?
Yes.
Have you ever killed a jake?
Yes.
10-minute successful hunt on a 2-year-old with a 4-hour long hunt with a clean miss on a 4-year-old?
10-minute hunt.
Favorite camo pattern?
Mossy oak.
Wild turkey legs for dinner or for the dog?
Dog.
More or less than 3 strikers in your turkey vest.
Less.
State you killed your first turkey in.
Alabama.
State you killed your last turkey in.
Alabama.
Sit in a blind for 4 hours and squeeze the trigger, or run and gun for 1 hour and not shoot.
Blind.
Rios or Osceolas.
Rios.
Rios or Easterns.
Easterns.
Easterns or Merriams.
Eastern.
Fields turkeys or wood turkeys.
Woods.
Shotgun scope, rifle sight, holographic sight, or beads.
Hollow.
Rubber boots, leather boots, or snake boots.
Rubber boots.
Favorite place you've ever hunted.
Hawaii.
Most turkeys you've ever killed in a season.
49.
Out of all the states you've hunted, which state has the most uncooperative turkeys?
Alabama.
If you only knew how to imitate one turkey sound to call turkeys, what would it be?
Yelp.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a turkey caller do you think you are?
9.
Favorite turkey hunting book?
10th Legion.
Who taught you how to turkey hunt?
Dad.
Think of the toughest turkey you ever hunted. Did you ever?
Yes.
Do you prefer long, sharp spurs or long, thick beards?
Beard.
Biggest mistake new turkey hunters make?
Call too much.
How long does turkey season last in heaven, and what is the bag limit?
Forever and unlimited.
Heck yeah. Andy, you did kind of sabotage him.
Oh,
He did. He messed me up. He over there chewing on his words for something. I don't know why.
I'm born and raised in Alabama, the result of public schools. So what do you expect? Well, let me tell you this.
Alabama education.
You have the record. 2 minutes and 13.29 seconds.
Man, even with Andy's slowness,
I
that's
told you.
good.
I told you I've got more done than last time. It's good. Good.
That's pretty solid right there. All right, so I got to make note of your time, and give me just a second here, and we're going to jump in and get rolling with this thing. So,
Heck yeah.
all right,
Can I start with the first question?
please.
Hank, I mean, just logistically, how did you pull this off? I assume you have to be able to, did you have a private jet? Like, how did you possibly get to all 49 states in 1 year?
So I'm honestly, I've been very blessed in my life. You know, my grandfather ran a construction company for a very long time. He was very successful, and you know, I've been very blessed. And I actually, Pops, my dad, now he got a plane for the company, so it's pretty convenient that I get to use that because I was brought up hunting with my granddad and my dad. And, you know, we would get to fly around and shoot. He had me in the cockpit at 7 years old, learning how to fly. So by 17, I had my pilot's license. So, you know I'm in a very weird circumstance, but it's been a quite easy for me to be able to get around, like, you know, logistically, in compared to a lot of other people with being able having to drive and buy plane tickets and everything, when you can just get up and go from state to state and land at tiny little airports as long as they let you land there. That's the main reason I've been able to get around and make all this happen. It's been a logistical nightmare, you know, planning out flight plans and everything, but, you know, that's such a first world problem. I'm not really complaining about it.
Yeah. Shit.
So, you know, you got to do what you got to do, and you plan a
You're a
flight plan,
pilot.
not too bad. Yes, sir. Yeah, I got my license at 17.
How old are you now?
I just turned 20.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez, that's
One
insane.
more year and I can buy a beer, so.
And you answered. All right, we'll have to edit this out, which might make your time even faster. When I said wild turkey on the rocks, neat with cola or with water, you know, when I was in college, I spent a lot of time at church and at the library. But it sounds like maybe you spent it somewhere else.
Look, if you can go get shot at for your country at 18, I feel like I can have a beer. So I feel like it's okay.
I'm not even going to comment on that.
Yeah.
'Cause
He meant, to clarify, so nothing's illegal about this show, he drinks a red can of cola after every turkey kill.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
with
what I
his
meant.
wild turkey.
all right, I got 2 questions from that. So, Hank, you're taking a plane, you're flying from area to area and hunting. When you get there, I assume you're renting a vehicle to be able to travel
typically
around?
So it really depends on the airport you land at. You know, sometimes we get in contact with landowners beforehand, and we'll have them meet us out there, and we'll pay them a little extra money, and they'll come pick us up and take us to their land. Or if we, land somewhere and it's got like a Hertz Rentals, we'll just go there and get a nice little enterprise car. But that's kind of difficult sometimes, being 20. So that's kind of a nightmare. But normally we end up finding a way to make it happen. And whether it be having somebody, leave a car out there for us that we know in the area, or have a rancher come get us, or find some, rinky-dink rent-a-car shop. That's typically what we do. So.
Wow.
Okay. And so tell me about Hawaii. Surely you didn't fly to Hawaii. You did a
Oh, yeah. I got on a plane.
commercial flight. Okay.
Yeah.
Does it's got to. I mean, I'm answering the question before I'm even asking. Does it suck flying commercial after when you've got your pilot's license and been able to go here and there?
It's a lot smoother of a ride. We're not flying a super nice commercial jet, but
Yeah.
it does take away, because I'm a bit of a control freak, because, once you do everything in your own way and then you have somebody else flying a plane for you, that's kind of scary, because you get used to doing stuff your certain way, and then, then you have delays at the commercial airports. You got all these TSA and all this jazz you got to go through. And once you get used to a certain way of life, flying your own plane and taking a commercial flight's not the most fun thing to do.
Well, it's got to be, I would imagine, traveling with your firearm on a private plane has just got to make things so much better, because you don't have to deal with TS security checks and all that other stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, you just walk out to your hangar, throw your bag and your gun in your plane, and take off. It's not too bad.
Wow.
Not too bad.
Yeah. What was your last experience in the airport, Cameron?
Oh gosh, and it was awful. I had my flight delayed and canceled and delayed. I booked 6 different flights to go there.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you next time, Hank. You can come pick me up.
I can do that.
There we
We'll
go.
kill a turkey somewhere.
Hey, sounds like that's pretty much a sure thing with you.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's right. You meet me at the Bessemer Airport. We can take off from there. I've landed there before.
Heck yeah. Well, so I don't know if you mind me asking this, but I just gotta ask. You're welcome to give a range. What do you think your all-in cost to do 49 in 1 year was?
I mean, we're talking jet, aviation fuel, lodging, cars, food, license, all other miscellaneous expenses. Yeah, we're ballpark 120, 125.
1,000?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Like a full year.
Like I said, I was very blessed. I was very blessed. So, don't hate me for it.
Oh, I'm not judging
I
you.
was very blessed in my life. I was very blessed in my life. So.
No doubt. I mean, that's pretty good slug. But yeah, I mean, I do know jet fuel specifically. I mean, you can burn some serious coin on that.
It's not cheap.
Yeah. Heck, license costs these days will run up pretty high too for 49 states in 1 year.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, they were not cheap either. And then you got to deal with the whole sitting and waiting and getting them approved and all the other stuff. And it's just, it's been a grind, but we made it happen.
Yeah. Did you mostly camp so you could just kind of be out there and kill quick and move on, or were you staying in hotels, or what were you doing?
So the lodging it depended on the area, and I mean, if it was, hunting in Montana, sometimes it's a bit colder. But like most of the southern states, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, I just camp in the back of my truck. If we had it there, like around the southeast, it's easy to do. Or if we're staying somewhere, I can get like a cheap motel. But for the most part, it was just pitch a tent and rock on for the night with a little buddy heater and hope I don't die of carbon monoxide poisoning.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
No doubt. Yeah. Crack a window open just in case.
Uh-huh. For sure. So I guess, did you start in Florida or Hawaii? Oh, you actually, so wait just a second. So this was over a 12-month period. Are we talking like from January of 25 through December of 25, or from like May 31 of 24 to May
1? Yeah.
30 of 25? Tell us a little bit about how you did all this, because you actually, we were talking before we hit record, you actually killed a few turkeys in the fall. Is that right?
Yeah, yes, sir. I sure did.
Okay.
Well, hey, fall turkey hunting's about as hard as anything, so that's still unbelievable. That's incredible. Where did you?
So I started in January. I went January to January.
So you did like a calendar year super slam, essentially, in the year 2025.
Yes, sir.
So your fall birds were in. your fall birds were this past fall of 25.
Yes, sir.
I get
Yes, sir,
okay.
that's right.
Did you do winter hunting as well? Because I know there's some states like seems like Maryland, Virginia that still have these winter seasons. Yeah, Utah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only way to really get it done. You got to do those winter hunts. If you're not doing it, it makes their life a whole lot more difficult. And, so you're doing the winter hunts makes life a little bit easier. You have a little bit more time to play with. So it definitely helped me along getting it. But, the goal now is to be able to do it in one spring season. So that's going to be a completely different ball game next year in 27.
Really? You're going for it one spring next year?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to try to do one spring next year.
Wow.
And just do it. It's good. I'm still trying to figure out the logistics and what would be the fastest path to do it, and if I need to stay in a car the whole time or basically just land my plane at somebody's farm. So that's really what we're looking for right now, is just trying to plan out all the logistics. Me and Pops are trying to see what would be the safest bet and the best way to do all of this and go state to state without missing anything.
My gosh. So at 21, you're going to have 2 Super Slams.
That is the goal. That is the goal.
So, did your dad do this entire thing with you, or did he not make some of the states? What you end up doing? Yeah, he missed
out on a few. Yeah, he tried his best, but he's running that construction company, so he can't be on all of them. But he was there for a good chunk of them. Just
gotcha.
He is the boss, but he ain't got to be there all the time. But he needs to be there a lot of the time. So he was there a lot, but not all the time because it's hard for him to slip off from work sometimes.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. Well, it's good. He got to go with you a bunch. Were you solo on a bunch of these hunts, or did you have friends with you flying the plane, or like mostly just go by yourself?
Oh yeah, I mean, I know y'all know as well as I do. Killing a turkey by yourself is great, but having somebody with you is way more fun. So yeah. I was fortunate enough to have some buddies that would slip off from school for a little bit, and I'd pick them up, and we'd fly out to Kansas or Wyoming or anywhere, and go kill us a bird, and we just come back, and I'd pick up the next buddy, and we'd go to Maryland or wherever else we were headed, and we just keep on hunting. So
heck yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
I bet, man. I bet you're pretty popular with your turkey hunting friends. A guy with a plane and can go anywhere to turkey hunt.
Yeah, I sure do enjoy it. My phone is constantly getting blown up, but I got my select buddies that I grew up with, and the guys that know me in Troy. It's not, you got those guys that are just trying to, they're pocket watching, trying to just do whatever you're doing. And I'm really just taking the hometown buddies that I grew up with back in Mobile, and I take them and some of the guys that came up with me from Mobile, and then I got a couple fraternity brothers that go, but for the most part, it's the select same five guys that I end up taking.
Wow.
Are you interested in a middle-aged man in Birmingham joining you for a hunt or two?
I mean, I just told Cameron, we're gonna go. I'm gonna wait at the Bessemer Airport. You can tag along, I guess.
Bessemer's it's not even a hop and a skip. That's just a hop. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
We may be talking after the show for some logistics on this.
Yeah, no doubt.
I want to hear about some of the areas you went to. Specifically, everybody knows that the U.S. Super Slam, the bottleneck is Nevada. Tell me about Nevada. Did you get a landowner tag there?
Yeah, so I had a landowner tag, and it's not the most. I'm hoping statute of limitations on this one keeps me in the clear, but. So I got my landowner tag, and I've been hunting these birds all day. And, it's a desert, so it's not the most easy to sneak up on these birds out there. So I waited on them to slip over the top of this hill, and when they did, there was a little group of trees that they were roosted up in. So I belly crawled like 400 yards all the way out to these trees, and I waited on them. And
nice.
It's getting, about time for them to come up to roost. And I knew that they were coming back to this island of trees to roost. So I waited there for like 2 hours. And about that, when the sun was going down and they were coming up to roost, they pitched up into the trees because I didn't have a good shot at him. And I shot him as he was going up into the tree. So he hadn't roosted yet, so I didn't shoot him off the roost. But he was definitely working his way that way.
He was in the air?
He was
in the air. Yes, Cameron.
Dang.
He was flying right at me, coming up into these trees. So, you got to lead them like a dove. You just shoot right above their head, and they fly right into the shot. And he just landed, basically at my feet.
I bet that was a thud.
It was a blast, but it felt wrong. But I had to fill that tag. If I wanted to do it, I had to do.
Yeah, well, I guess, all right. Hey, you got him, it sounds like. So a pretty good shot. I'll give you that.
I didn't shoot him off the roost. That's what matters.
Yeah, I think that is the law. So You should have been fine. I mean,
It
statute of
wasn't
limitations
yet.
won't even apply. You
That's
got
right.
That's right.
I mean,
It
I
was
kind of
always
look
yet.
at it. I kind of look at it like this. I missed one this morning flying. I shot one time. The bird took off flying. I shot again. Missed him. Is that any different? I don't think it is.
No. Yeah.
So I mean, personally, I don't know that I'd feel bad. I might have felt a little odd.
A little
but
weird.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't break the law. So what does it
didn't,
matter if you
no.
flushed him? If you were walking through the woods in Alabama and flushed a turkey, would you shoot him? A gobbler, would you shoot him?
As long as he wasn't behind a pine tree, yeah.
Oh, no.
I've done that quite a few times. You know how these Alabama pines are. You don't see them, and next thing you know, you put a wad in a tree about 5 yards from your face.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of my hunts.
It
Yeah.
happens quite often, more than I like to admit.
Wow.
So you said you were there though for several days in Nevada?
Well, I landed on a Thursday and I was gone by Sunday, so it was a few days. It wasn't ridiculously like a ridiculous hunt. We went on a Thursday afternoon and I was gone by Sunday morning. I killed Saturday afternoon and we got up Sunday and we headed out.
I bet you're just chomping at the bit to go back there, aren't you? Because it's such a great place to hunt.
No, I don't. That's the one I'm nervous about for the spring slam next year. I'm trying to find the landowner I can give the most coin to let me hunt their property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much what that whole entire state has become is
You ain't kidding.
all about money. So I wish you luck with it because I think that's going to soon be the state that is no longer included in the Super Slam personally. But
yeah, they're going to run out of turkeys.
Yeah. I was going to say, you may have a differing opinion than I do, but still, that's going to be a tough one for people.
It won't be long. It won't be long.
Man.
Yeah.
They just get a bunch from Texas and bring them up there and drop them off and just let them feed for themselves. I guess.
Yeah.
Drop a bunch of birds off, let them see what happens.
Yeah. I think
That's probably what they've done.
they have, Cameron, you I think you know better than I do. Was it California that they swapped?
I can't
Like
remember. I know they've done
deserts
several
for-
restockings there. And,
Yeah.
I think they continue to because, it's a desert, I guess.
Yeah.
But they did release them quite often, I think, or relocate them if needed.
Yeah.
But that's great shot. I'll give you that. Shooting a flying turkey's not easy. They're faster than you think.
They are, and they're not as easy to hit out of the air.
Yeah. Well, outside of that, do you have some more memorable hunts you've had traveling the country? I'm sure plenty, but any that really stick out to you?
I killed my bearded hen in Tennessee. That was pretty cool.
Was that in the fall or was
yeah.
that spring?
That was a spring. She came walking up and she was blonde. She basically looked like a normal Eastern, but like a little bit of an off, more like tannish color. And she come walking in with a gobbler. And I was like, oh, I got a goofy looking gobbler in front of me. He's a crazy looking color. So I shot her. And I get up next to her and I'm like, that is just a bearded hen. So the gobbler actually got lucky and I just killed the bearded hen that was with him. So
Wow.
was really cool. That was a lot of fun.
You shot the most unique turkey, and it just so happened that it was
A hen.
super unique. It just happened to be a hen.
Yeah. Yeah. See, cross dressers these days. So.
All right, we might have to edit that out because we don't want to offend all the cross dressers that listen to the show.
Yeah, we got a pile of them
Bearded
listening
hen,
to this
so
show.
You're right. You're right.
Oh goodness. So what?
I killed a turkey. Oh, my Alabama turkey last year. I killed it 82 steps with TSS.
Holy crap.
Shooting a 12 gauge?
82 steps. Yes. I got a telephone pole for a barrel because I known these turkeys have been working this area for a long time, and they love hanging out in this pasture we've got. And the only way to get to it, they stay out in the pasture practically all day because there's a few island trees that they can get to, and there's no way to get to them without spooking them. So as you get there at midnight and you crawl out there and camp underneath them. But with my luck, they didn't end up going to the woods that day. So I waited for them to get as close to the tree line as I could. And I was like, you know what? This thing patterns pretty well at 60. And I've got a 30-inch barrel on this shotgun, so I built it specifically for this. I'm telling you right now, that TSS smacked that turkey in the head, and it dropped flat, shook 3 times, and that was it, at 82 steps. from where I was sitting.
Good gosh.
Did you think he was actually about 60 yards out and you shot, or?
I thought he was 65, but it's so hard to judge when they're out in the pasture like that.
Yeah, it is.
I thought he was like 65, 70 yards. No, Joker was around 80. But It only takes one pellet, so.
Well, there's truth in that. So tell me a little bit, have you done a lot of fall turkey hunting, or is it because I think, a lot of first of all, I think we all know it's a dying part of the sport because deer hunting is so popular now. People have basically quit squirrel hunting, basically quit any kind of quail hunting or anything like that if there are quail around, basically quit rabbit hunting, and everyone deer hunts in the fall and in the winter. But I know in Alabama, you didn't get started fall turkey hunting there. Was that just something where you were kind of like, hey, I want to do the Super Slam, do it all in 12 months, and so it's going to make it easier for me to do a couple of birds in the fall? Is that kind of what got you interested in that, or were you deer hunting?
Yeah, every year you deer hunt, there's always, you see those group of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 gobblers all running together, and it's like, well, man, this is when you need to be hunting. They're all, put together. They're always running around, and there's so much that it's like they know. I mean, Anybody that turkey hunts knows that the turkeys know that they're not in danger that time of year from any hunter. And, that's why I was like, I could just catch a lot of turkeys off guard. I was like, if I wanted to do this in a year, I have to do some fall turkey hunting. I could check off a bunch of states really quick because the turkeys are, they're not expecting to get shot. They know that they're not worried about, the only thing they're worried about is coyotes. They're not worried about me. That's when they were wrong this past year. They needed to be worried about me.
Yeah, I guess so.
Sounds like it.
Did you have any memorable fall hunts that were pretty cool?
Well, of course. They're always, every turkey hunt's memorable.
Yeah, that's right.
So I went out to Colorado, and I was home with 17. I don't know how frowned upon that is.
17. Okay.
Yeah, it is. That Colorado is one of the few remaining states you can hunt with a rifle. I didn't know that. So you took a rifle. Wow. Okay.
I took a rifle, 17 HMR. It's custom built for me. Got a real long range, real flat shooting around super fast. And I had this turkey was out there about 150 yards, and I had the little deke set up, and I was like, I wonder if he's going to come up here. And here he comes, strutting in. I'm like, walking in. You know how they do. They're poking their heads and whatnot. And man, that joker ain't got hung up about 130, 135 yards. I was like, I think I can hit him.
Wow.
So I shot him right in the throat. He didn't move much at all. It was great. It was really fun. It's just, the whole year went so fast. It's like all these turkey hunts are starting to run together. I'm trying to remember where everything went and what turkey died where.
Yeah.
That 17 caliber bullet, that 17 HMR, did it not decapitate that turkey when it hit him?
Yeah. Good Lord.
If you shot something with it, it's like hitting something with a tomahawk.
It is.
Yeah. Those little ballistic tips they will legitimately like hitting something with a tomahawk. It just fillets it right up. It was like $50 went through it.
Wow. Well, hey, it's a legal means and method by all means. Yeah. Congrats. That's a heck of a shot. Put a bullet right through the throat of him.
Oh yeah. I can't play games with these turkeys. I'm trying to do this. So.
Yeah, I guess you don't have many days to spare kind of deal, so you got to make it happen when you can.
Any others that kind of stick out?
Yeah, so I went to California. Had to do that, and I was like wading through this river cane, and I'm sitting there. This is kind of similar to the Nevada turkey in a sense. So I'm wading through this river cane, trying to get to the other side, but not spook these turkeys. And I'm like wading through, trying to not be too noisy. And I guess I was being way too noisy. And about that time, this turkey flushes out from the other side of the river cane, and he goes flying over the river. And I was like, I just instinctively slung my gun up onto my shoulder and shot him out of the air. Well, he landed in the river. And about that time, the river wasn't moving slow at all. So I had to get back up on the bank, and then I run down the river bank. I'm out of the reeds now. I'm making a whole lot of noise now. And the river's flowing, and I had to get out up onto the riverbank, run down the bank, jump into the water so I could catch him when he was coming back. Because I didn't. He was at the other side. He's just been gone.
Was Was he like flopping in the water? What in the world?
He was, like when you shoot a duck and they do the little spin circles
Yeah.
in the water? That's what he was doing, but it was a lot more commotion.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Commotion with that turkey.
So was he?
Like a goose falls out of the sky and it hits the water, it makes a big splash. A turkey's way bigger. I've never seen it either. Yeah, it was the first time I've ever seen one hit the water like that. They make way more noise.
Oh my gosh.
Did he holler out cannonball as he was coming down?
Yeah.
Cannonball. So was
I think he was thinking that, but he couldn't because there's all the lead in his head.
Yeah.
Sir?
Was he downstream from you already when you shot?
Oh yeah. He was like 45 with the river, so I had to like run like a couple 100 yards to get to where I was about 60 yards in front of him to where I could meet him when he hit the thing. I'm just glad I judged it well and didn't miss it and then have to get out and do it again.
Yeah.
He had a pretty good head start on you going downstream.
Oh yeah. And then he's kicking him, so he's just like pushing himself all the way down the river. So that wasn't any help.
Jeez.
And naturally now I'm soaking wet and did not have a change of clothes. All my gear's wet. It was a whole nightmare. But I harvested the turkey.
Yeah, no doubt.
California check.
That's right.
Were you in Northern California? Because if you were, I can tell you that water is cold from the snow melt.
Yeah, it was definitely not. I mean, we were in Middle California, and it was still not warm by any means.
Yeah, because it's still all snow melt.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's still springtime, and so it was miserably cold, but it was like 80 degrees. But
man, that
is a crazy story.
Yeah, that's one of a kind for sure. I hadn't heard that one before on the show. Honestly, all of these have been pretty unique.
I mean, I killed a couple of hens in Indiana and Illinois last year just to check off
in the fall. Yeah,
in the fall, just to check off those boxes. Help me
scatter them and call them back, or how'd you hunt them?
1 shot, 2 kills. It was glorious.
Oh my gosh!
Just waiting for them to line up
for 2 states. You did that in both states?
I did that in both states.
Oh my gosh! So you got into the flock.
So I walked out with 4 hens.
Hey, dude.
Well, did you make some wing bone calls at least?
Yeah, I hope so. It's 8 wing bone calls.
I got a couple of them, but again, the buddies, all those friends from Troy are always asking for them. So
yeah,
end up giving them, then let them screw them up when they try to make them. So
wow.
Yeah. Well, I have heard that the hens eat a little bit better than the gobblers do anyway. So.
Oh yeah. They're more tender.
Yeah.
I've heard that too, and I've also heard the wing bones are better for calling turkeys with the hen bones than the gobbler bone.
I've heard the same thing.
Yep.
So when you set out with a goal like that of shooting a turkey in every state in over a 12-month period of time, there's going to be things like this that happen, opportunities that you get that may be a little unconventional, that kind of thing. I know reaping is a little bit of a sensitive subject around the turkey hunting community, but a lot of states it's still legal. How do you feel about it?
Let me tell you about Wisconsin.
Oh God!
I think we're about to get the answer to that question.
Let me tell you what happened in Wisconsin. So it was early morning. Turkeys are gobbling like crazy. I watched this turkey pitch out of a tree and hit the ground. They're all fired up real bad this morning. I mean, they're going crazy. It was one of the best gobbling mornings I think I've ever had. Well, I pulled my fan and I flashed it over to him, and he looked at me, and I thought his head was going to explode. I mean, he looked like the crystal's red sign. His head was so red. And he blew up into full strut, and he comes out of it, and he just starts taking off. I mean, he comes running at me. Andy, Cameron, I shit you not. I mean, he was 50 yards away. The next thing I knew, he was 10 yards away. The next thing I knew, I had to pull my shotgun and lean back and pull the trigger, because if not, he was going to attack me. I mean, he was 2 steps away when I pulled the trigger. Like, I could have reached out and probably grabbed him by the face if I wanted to.
Oh my gosh!
Wow, dang.
Well, yeah. So that answers that question, Andy.
Yeah, I think it does. I mean, Cameron is anti-reaping, and I'm one of those that if it's legal, I don't necessarily have a problem with it. And reaping is one of those things that I don't necessarily have a problem with. I'm more of a fanner. I like to use a fan than the reaping decoys myself. But I'll tell you, I've done it. I'm not ashamed of it. And,
Why'd you let him get so close?
Well, that's what I was saying. He wasn't, and all of a sudden he was, because, I mean, if you ever seen the turkey, I know y'all have, when them turkeys start taking off at you, they're a lot faster than you think they are.
Oh, no doubt.
Like, they cover a lot of ground really, really quick. I mean, it was like 6 seconds, and he was in my lap. And my brain, I guess, I was just like, man, that turkey's getting, he's here. And by that time, I barely had time to get the safety off and pull the trigger. I mean, the wadding was through his head. I mean, it was so close.
Yes.
Like, it was just you could, like, slide a full shotgun shell through his noggin. It was like,
So you didn't have any problems with
crazy.
pellets in the breast of that one, did you?
No, I didn't. No, he was fully clean, a very easy bird to clean. No worrisome of any tungsten breaking teeth. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, Cameron, if you haven't really done it, they'll be on you in a heartbeat a lot of times. And, a lot of times, though, they'll come at you and then they'll kind of check up when they get to a distance of 10, 12 yards, something like that. And they'll, just really kind of check up. And it's that last second thought of, am I going to go in here and fight, or am I just going to stop right here and call his bluff? And obviously that one didn't even have a second thought. He just came on with it.
No.
Yeah. Must have had some daggers on him.
A good bit of reaping. That one, I've never had a turkey ever do that. And, I wanted to happen again, but I'm not going to lie, it was pretty scary, because I could have lost an eyeball. I mean, he was coming in spurs gunning. I thought he was going to get me. I really did. For a minute, I got a little nervous. Really, I shot that turkey out of self-defense.
Oh my God. You shouldn't even have to tag that one. It was
That's right. That's right.
I could have, yeah. I could have kept the tag for Wisconsin, but
yeah, that's wild.
I could have explained that to the green jeans. He could have pulled up on me. I could have been, look, man, you see what happened here, and he probably would have been okay with it.
Wow.
It was a very interesting hunt, but it was definitely one that I will remember forever. That one isn't going to leave the memory box anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably going to have to write a book. I mean, these are some tales that you've got accumulated from your year of flying around killing turkeys.
Have you been keeping a journal or anything like that?
I started about midway through the season last year. I was like, this probably might be a good idea. And when I complete this Grand Slam next year, Super Slam next year in 27, I'm going to document every hunt and try to see. I mean, it's going to be a quick turnaround. And
do you put all these on like TikTok or something?
So I'm not on social media too much. I try to avoid that lifestyle, but I mean, all my buddies are trying to convince me to do it because, turkey hunting's grown a lot, but, truly, I don't want it to grow too much more. There's already too many crazies out in the woods. So I try to keep it, low key a little bit. But, if I do end up writing a book, y'all will be getting first autographed copies.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah, man. Are you primarily, I know you mentioned that you do get in touch with some landowners, but are you primarily hunting public ground in some of these states, or you just really, is it just a mix, kind of like 50-50 of public and private? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's, especially in some of these southern states, I mean, it's so hard to find any public land that's not getting significantly overpressured. I mean, there's not an acre in Alabama that's not getting hunted. So
yeah, legally or illegally, it's getting hunted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're blessed enough to have some acreage that we can hunt on and kill as many birds as we need to off of. But Mississippi, Georgia, when you don't have land there, and you got to know somebody and they'll let you come hunt their land, because there's not if you kill a turkey in Alabama, Mississippi, or Georgia, you've done something. I mean, I'm biased, but I believe Alabama is the hardest state to kill a turkey in, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But this band of the middle Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, you kill a turkey there, you've done something. And because of how overpressured they are, and just the sheer amount of hunters in the states.
What would you say was the easiest state? Somewhere like Texas or something?
Kentucky. I mean, they commit suicide up there.
Really?
They just commit suicide. I mean,
I was so hoping you were going to say it was Tennessee.
Well, he got his beard blonde hen in Tennessee, so
that's pretty cool. Did you get that bird mounted?
Yeah, full body mount. Yeah, I got her all puffed up and everything. Yeah, she was cool. I'll send y'all some pictures after this.
I'd love to see that. That'd be really cool. Yeah. So
Yeah, taxidermist was very shocked when I walked in there with that thing. He was very confused. He had never seen one of those. I mean, he did a pretty good job with, circumstances.
Wow.
Something he's never seen before. So.
yeah, that's pretty cool. So you mentioned that you're going to try to do the Super Slam all in a spring season in 2027. So you're, I guess, kind of taking a year off, and it sounds like you have already, even though it's early in the season around the country, you've already done some traveling this year, but you're going to try to do all of that in one, or complete the Super Slam in the spring.
Yes, sir.
Of 2027.
Yes, sir. That's the plan for 27. We're planning it out to where it's the most efficient, fly in, basically finish something try to complete states that can get the nearby states that have opening days, that have shorter seasons, so we can map it out most logistically and give myself the most amount of time at the end of the season.
Well, sounds like
complete all these states.
Yeah, it sounds like some of that legwork's already done, since you did a lot of the birds in the spring last year.
Oh yeah. Most of the planning's already done. It's just, adding in those few states, and then obviously Hawaii is another factor that, I mean, that's at least 4 days, with 2 days of traveling.
Yeah. That's not an easy one.
Wow.
So why was Hawaii well, I probably shouldn't. That's a stupid question. I'm not even going to ask why it was your favorite state to hunt in.
You've been there,
It's paradise. So I can just,
literally.
I mean, I can't even say anything negative about the turkey hunting. Like, oh, the turkeys are a lot harder somewhere else, or the turkeys are a lot easier there. If that's what you're going after, it is just a beautiful place to be. And so, never mind. We're not talking. I don't guess your answer was so much about turkey hunting as it was that's just your favorite place to hunt, because I can imagine being.
Don't get me wrong, I love my Alabama pines, but when you're hunting in paradise, it's a bit of a different story.
Well, and being 20 years old and single and in Hawaii probably was not the worst place to be.
No, especially when you tag out on the first day and you've got a couple of days of hanging out. So it was not too bad at all.
Yeah. What inspired you to do this? Was it like seeing it on YouTube and stuff, or what got you going on this?
Well, I've been a long-time listener of the podcast, and I've been listening to y'all guys talk about it, and then listening to Andy go through all of his experiences. And I've been turkey hunting since I was I'm still kind of a kid, but listening to it, and I've been hunting my entire, short life I've had. So I was just like, maybe I want to give that a try. And then sure enough, I was very fortunate, had a really great year hunting, and I just want to see now. I'm trying to see if I can't do it in just one spring. So it's been a blast, truly, getting to do all of this.
I can imagine doing it over 12 months. I did it over 20 something years. So doing that over 12 months, I can only imagine how much fun that was, but it had to be physically and mentally exhausting, because you're trying to accomplish this goal, and you actually accomplished the goal the first time you tried to do it. And so I can tell you, just from when I was younger trying to do this, and me and my buddies would go to one state a year, we would put pressure on ourselves to have a successful hunt, and we were just doing one state. I mean, sounds like you probably did 38 or 40 states in the spring, something like that.
It was close, something like that. Yeah, it was quite a handful this spring, or last spring.
I can imagine it was fun, and like I said, physically and mentally exhausting at the same time.
Oh, it was. Yeah, it was definitely both of those things. But I'm young and I recover quick right now, so we're going to hopefully it stays that way, and I can keep doing this for a while.
How many times are you going to try to do it?
As many as the good Lord lets me, I guess. I mean, until life gets serious and I have to get a big boy job.
Wow.
So was your goal to be
then I'll knock it out.
Is there a bigger goal for you? Like, I want to be the person who has the most super slams on record, or anything like that? Let's say in 2027 in the spring, you complete this, and what's next after that for you?
I guess a repeat in 2028.
Hey, if you're 22-year-old with a plane, why not?
I mean, I'm thinking every spring. Yeah, I'm taking every spring semester off, so it's going to take me forever to graduate from school. So,
But you have plenty of
my
turkeys.
4-year degree turned into an 8-year degree really quick. So,
Well, I'll tell you a little
till I'm
secret.
26 to keep doing this. So,
It doesn't get any better than this. So you just continue. As long as I'm not toting the tab on you going to school, stay in and keep taking the springs
that's right.
up.
That's right.
I'll tell you.
I don't
If
think
I was
money's
toting
the
tab
problem
on-
there, Andy.
No, I know. Hey, is your dad looking to adopt another son? I mean, I'm pretty well self-sufficient.
I can ask him. Let me see what he said. I mean, like, if we want to adopt a 50-year-old man and let him come hunting with us, I think he'll like that. I think he'll understand.
It's an extra Christmas gift. He doesn't have to pay for it. I mean, I'll
That's
pay
right.
for it.
That's right.
Wow. All right, Hank,
That's awesome.
give me
Yeah,
one
this-
more turkey story, and then we're going to have to wrap this thing up. But tell me one more.
Okay.
You had some good ones so far.
All right. Texas.
Usually, I assume you went on the private ranch or something in Texas, probably full of birds.
Yeah. Well, those are one of those pay-to-play places,
Yeah.
So we were out in Texas, and we contacted this landowner, this ranch owner, and me and my dad actually went on this one with us, and we've been talking about how can we make this a little bit different. And this particular ranch in Texas had corn feeders set up everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Typical
Yeah,
Texas.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Texas, So me and Pops, we get out there, and I think this was the second day. I think we stuck out the first day, but they gave us 22 Magnums for some reason. We're all right. Well, that's what you want us to use. That's what we're going to use. And sure enough, these two gobblers come walking out. They come two gobblers come full strut, walk out, sitting underneath this corn feeder, and me and my Pops, we doubled up at the same time. I shot. We went 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, and we both killed 2 turkeys right there with 22 Magnums.
Were they just packing the corn, or did y'all call to them at all, or they just came to the
that's it.
feeder?
They were just no. They came in. It's like they knew. It's like the dinner bell went off. The corn feeder went off, spun all the corn out. They pitched down, full strut, walked around for a second, and they both went up underneath the feeder, and they started just sitting there pecking around, eating the corn. And I was with my dad. I was like, all right, we're going to count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. We both shot 2 dead toms sitting right there.
Wow.
It was quite a fun time. Different hunting, not my style personally, but
Yeah,
gotta
that
check it
doesn't
out.
sound like you at all.
It doesn't, but pay to pay. It's just not my style, but it's I set out on a goal and accomplished it. And hopefully when I go back, I'm not going to go back to that ranch. I'm going to go somewhere else where it's a little bit more
A little
fun to
more
hunt
conventional.
in my-
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm a run and gun type of guy. I'm not deer hunting turkeys over food. I didn't enjoy that. But the turkeys died.
That's all that matters, right?
That's right.
I gotta say that's a little bit better experience than I would have had with my dad. He always shoots on 2.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're counting from 1 to 3 or 5 to 1.
2.
He shoots on 2.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
man,
that's
Hank,
pretty crazy.
Hank Brookside, my man, you may end up killing the most turkeys of anybody ever, and have
Well, I mean, that's true. You might have just given me a new goal.
hey, except for maybe some Native Americans back in the day, you may be the killingest man around.
Yeah, they probably got a crazy tab on them. They probably have killed quite a few.
Yeah, and the early
Modern history
settlers.
documented turkey killing. That may be my new goal.
Yeah,
That's
man,
pretty wild.
and there is some quite interesting methods. I got to say, I'm pretty impressed, and definitely want to keep up with your travels in 2027 as you get the single season spring Super Slam. And man, you need to get on TikTok and Instagram so you can share that stuff with us. We need more people posting stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can totally get behind it. That's just, man, I don't need no more, Justin Bieber types flooding my Instagram feed with turkey hunting videos when they don't know what they're talking about. I can't deal with it. It drives me crazy.
I get it.
I don't know. I'm sure y'all have seen the types, and you sit there and listen to them, and it just makes you mad.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about. But anywho, that's
Well,
I don't
if
need to
I-
be complaining on the podcast.
if I see a private jet over my head headed somewhere this spring, I'll imagine it's Hank Brookside.
Look, I was blessed. So
Well,
it definitely makes for an easy get state to state.
oh yeah.
No doubt.
Man, I can only imagine how much nicer that is. Not have to go through TSA. So that and not have to wait in line and all the other stuff that goes with flying. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I couldn't imagine flying right now. Over the last couple of weeks, and TSA lines have been ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, Cameron experienced it, so he knows firsthand.
Well aware. I'll be driving from now on. Or
Yeah.
flying with Hank.
Completely understandable.
Yeah,
But I'll
no
let you
doubt.
know where I'm headed next. You can tag along, okay?
All right, man.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
sounds good.
Definitely stay in touch. Program our phone numbers in your phone and just stay in touch throughout the spring, man. I'd love to hear, kind of keep tabs on you, keep up with your adventures, and stay
Yes, sir. I
safe.
can do
And
that.
lots of luck to you in Georgia.
I appreciate it. I'm about to say I'm going to shoot y'all a text here in a couple of days once I get me my bird there, and then I don't know where we're headed to next. I got to decide and see which tag I need to go get.
Hey, one other question, just real quick before we end the call. Are you registering all these birds with NWTF? Have you thought about doing that in the future, just so there is some sort of a record kept?
I probably should do that.
Yeah.
I need to start doing it. That's probably
Yeah,
a really
'cause
good idea. See, I'm young. I'm being stupid. I should have done that all last year.
Well, you could still do it from your birds that you killed last year.
Yeah.
I can go back and do that? Okay, then I need to go back and add all this.
Yeah, you just go on the NWTF website and you can look. There's forms on there, and I've even spoken with a lady that keeps the records over there. And in fact, I think I had her on an episode like early on.
Wow. Huh.
And so, but yeah, you can go on the website, get the paperwork for that, and you just have to do one for each state. And I think they charge a minimal fee for processing it, but at least, you've got some sort of a record of it all. And then that way your grandkids can look back at that and say, yep, that was my grandfather that did that. So kind of cool.
Yeah, I can definitely make that happen. I appreciate that. Yeah, I need to put all those in.
Well, cool. Well, man, this has been
Great.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, some crazy stuff. That California story's
Oh, yeah.
pretty crazy. I can just imagine running
Yeah, that was
down there and getting in the dang water.
You got your turkey vest and you're kicking your seat and trying not to fall over the whole time. So yeah, that one was.
I've never done that. Yeah, awesome, Hank. Man, I've enjoyed this. Travel safely, and we'll stay in touch with you and stay after them.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for having me on.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll see you. Bye. I mean,
Man.
I'm still just have a hard time believing, because it's not just that you are able to go to 49 states in 12 months, but the fact that you can go there and actually kill. And you know what? I didn't ask this. I wish I had. I just now thought about it, Cameron. I didn't ask him what states he had to go back and revisit. So,
Well, he's going to do them all. He's doing the spring one next year.
No, I mean, like, hey, I went to Tennessee and, for 2 days and didn't kill, and I had to go back, or, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I did not even
sounds
cross
like
my mind.
probably never had to.
Maybe he didn't.
From what Hank was telling about himself, I don't think he had to repeat anywhere. I don't think he spent more than a day or two anywhere.
Yeah,
But,
he may not have.
I mean, the guy, like I said in the intro, if it's legal, who are we to say anything? So, I mean, he pulled out all the legal means and methods to get his turkey. And it didn't also sound like he discriminated between hens, jakes, and gobblers. So and I'm not judging, if it's legal, that's what you do. So,
yeah.
I'm assuming he didn't have to repeat much.
Yeah, I mean, I guess not. And people are going to have their own opinions about this and the means that he took to accomplish his goal, and that's fine. You know what they say: opinions are like, what? Everybody's got one. But I hate to use that term right after I use that expression, so maybe I won't use the word "but." So, say what you will. All I can say is, if you don't like one of the laws in your state or two of the laws in your state, and you think you're too good to take a turkey that way, or that it's wrong to take a turkey that way, do something to get it changed. Otherwise, hey, you're just working with what you got. And yeah, I mean, you can complain all you want, but if somebody's not doing something wrong and they're staying within the rule of the law, then don't judge them. It's my 2 cents.
Hank Brookside's not going to You hear the crack of the rifle, it's Hank.
Very good chance that that's the case. Him smoking that one with a rifle, shooting it in the neck was just, that's insane.
Yeah, insane. With a pretty large caliber rifle.
Yeah.
But, man, I got some stories. If it's legal, do what the goal is to get to a new state, kill as quick as you can, check that box and move on. So use every legal means possible. You got to do it.
Yeah. It sounded like the only state that he spent some time in and didn't just, pack up and haul it on out of there was Hawaii, for obvious reasons, because he didn't have his own plane there. So, when you buy that commercial airline ticket, you have a ticket in, ticket out. Unless you change that ticket out, why not just kill some time? And heck, what better place to go to kill time than Hawaii? I have a hard time thinking of one.
Yep.
So,
well, I got a favorite of the week if you want me to go into that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'd love to hear everybody's thoughts on this week's show. Please email us your thoughts on this week's show to andy@iamturkeyhunting.com or cameron.weddington@gmail.com.
Yeah, throw my email out there first.
Yeah, andy@iamturkeyhunting.com. We would love to hear what your thoughts. If you have anything you'd like to say to Hank Brookside, we'll pass it along to him.
That's cameron.weddington at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, love
to hear that.
Yeah. So that is a very good ask for the week. And I'm kind of curious too, because we've had people on the show throughout the years that have that same mentality, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. If it's legal, knock yourself out.
It's legal.
I mean, really, that's my mentality. So, if that makes you angry, if you're a quote unquote purist, I've said this in the past. If you're a purist, a turkey purist, put your gun up, put your camo up, leave your phone in your truck, go cut you a hickory limb, carve you out a bow, kill you a deer, use some deer sinew for a string, cut you some arrows, flint some arrowheads.
How deep are you going to go on this?
Get some bird feathers, put them on your arrows for fletching.
Oh,
get you a piece of grass and use that for your turkey call.
Oh, Lord. He's still going, folks. He's still going.
Put on your war paint and get out there and get it done. If you're a purist, go pure, baby. Go pure. My 2 cents. I'm right there with Hank, baby. Get it done.
Let's go.
Get it done.
Got to get them and move on quick as you can.
All right.
That's what you got to do if it's legal. Yeah. So why don't you wrap it up, Andy?
I will do it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. We know that you have choices. We appreciate you spending your time with us. We hope you have a wonderful week and a happy April Fool's Day. And we look forward to seeing you again next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thanks for tuning in. You were just listening to the Turkey Hunter podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please go on over to iTunes and leave a 5-star review. And make sure to head over to www.iamturkeyhunting.com to subscribe for free turkey hunting tips, tactics, strategies, and product reviews to help you have a more successful turkey season. And stay tuned for upcoming episodes on hunting afternoon birds, how to film your hunt, and the breeding cycle of hens, as well as some guest interviews. Thanks again for listening. We know your time is valuable, and we appreciate you sharing some of it with us. See you next week.